Okay, 7 inches. Hi there, welcome back to Redmayne's. Excuse me first of all if I sound a bit peculiar. It's because I've been to the dentist and I feel like half of my face has been injected with all sorts. There's only a filling getting filled in. Anyway, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone in the US who kept us very busy and were also extremely hospitable and kind to us, which was really nice. We're back home now, so we're in the throes of recutting and preparing for the next trip, which comes around very quick in the winter months because of Christmas. Anyway, a lot of my clients and a lot of you out there will know me for quite a few years, and of course people will say, "No, Tom, you know, you originally started here at Redmayne's." Yes, I did, sir. Well, I just spotted something the other day which I thought I'd share with you, and I thought I'd just share the bigger picture, which is quite interesting. So I'd like to take you through into the fitting room, and I want to show you something special back there, special to me anyway. Okay, look at all of these cloths. Proper old tailors like ourselves and a lot of places that you may have the good fortune to visit will have all these bolts of cloth, and it's an interesting story behind them all, because the weird thing is these rarely get chosen for an actual suit or a commission, and there's two reasons for that. One is people come in with ideas and we specifically go to the bunches and, you know, we try to scratch that itch and say, well, okay, this is one of my favorites, such and such and such. And there's such an overwhelming choice, we forget about these, which is a bit sad, because tailors have a very close relationship with cloth merchants, and of course what happens is the cloth merchants get in touch with us and they say, "Hey Redmayne's, hey Henry Pools, hey whoever, we've got another couple of lengths here of a Super 150s. It's normally X, but it can be yours for Y." And we go, "Yeah, we'll have a length. We'll have a length of that. We'll have 2 lengths of that." And you do that for long enough, you just all of a sudden find the shelves are full of bloody cloth, which we almost buy for ornaments. It's a bit bizarre, really. So these are all vintage. I mean, half of these will have been here, 3/4 probably been here when I was here as a kid. So we then have this dilemma of, well, why don't you just, when clients come in, and we get plenty of clients come in, why don't you just show them these first? And you know something, we should, but therein lies almost a double-edged sword, which you'll find with other tailors. I really like these on the shelves. I mean, don't they look nice? I almost don't want to sell them, because if we sell them, we'll have to buy another length. But we have to wait till we get the summons. We're not going to buy, you know, top quality cloths at top prices just to put on the shelf for 15 or 20 years. But if ever you wonder why they're there, because I know we're not alone, a lot of them are just collected over the years, especially in an old house like this. But if you can take the time, or it might be worth twisting my arm or twisting other people's arms and saying, look, you know, I fancy one of these vintage cloths, because they're well made. There's just something about them all. And talking about me being part of the furniture and old cloths, we discovered this the other day, which is kind of interesting. Come and follow me. So here we are in another small quiet corner of the shop, Again, there are some different, I mean, look at this thing here. I've no idea who made it, but oh my word. Oh my word, this is gorgeous. There's an ancient old brown tag on here. Sportex. I mean, bloody hell, look at these things. There's such wonderful vintage cloths. And all we do is store them, which is a bit bizarre. But anyway, all right. Okay, look at this, for example. This, if you shake the label, is by Reed and Taylor. Okay, they don't really exist anymore. Excuse me, a stunning old cloth house. But what's so lovely about this, it has this certificate with it. This length has been woven by our craftsmen and is a guarantee of one of the most limited edition of the finest cloths in the world. And it's got a number on there, 1 of 20, and there are buttons and such like. God knows why we've got this. This has probably been here for 40 years, and shame on us for never saying to somebody, hey, look at this, would you like this for a blazer? I'm sure people would snap our hands off, but we never do. We never think about bringing it out. And the weird thing is, houses like this are full of gems like this. Maybe I'll treat myself to a blazer, but interesting, isn't it? I think so. I think it's lovely. I digress. Let's go back to what I brought you here for. We go through these cloths and we get the apprentice to go through them and brush them all down and look after them. And anyway, this cloth here, which is a lovely, it's not a proper tweed, this is a twisted cloth. It's like a high twist. It's a bit like a thorn-proof. It's probably the nearest way to describe it. But I don't know how clearly it comes up. Let's just have a look at this. Come on, open up, Thomas. Okay, there's a big chunk out there, but look at that. Isn't that lovely with that fine tan check through there and the colours in there? Now, who wove this? Just woven in, made in Scotland. That's all we know. It might have come from Lovat, I don't know. But what's interesting about this cloth is I noticed it and thought, that looks familiar. And what's really quite sweet about it, when I came to Redmayne's, Michael, whose picture's up on the wall there, I'll show you, when they said, look, we think you've got a vocation, we think you enjoy this trade, why don't you stay with us and we'll make you a suit and we'll send you to college. Deal done, nearly 40 years ago. But I looked at this cloth and I thought, that looks familiar. That looks like my first ever suit. Lo and behold, we get the tag of this. And when I read this, because on the tag it says checked and cut by TM, April 1984. So I'm not quite part of the furniture, but I've been here a long time, haven't I? Especially when you see that, that's really quite sweet. Sad thing is, there's not quite enough for a suit on there. There's a suit for a slim young person, so maybe one of my boys perhaps. But isn't that just typical of how lovely this trade is? Anyway, I thought I'd share it with you. Look, thanks for dropping in. Share, like, do all the usual stuff. We hope to bring some more interesting meaty things to you soon, but we have been really busy, which we're not complaining about. So again, forgive me for my visit to the dentist, and thanks so much for dropping in. Take care. God bless.